Day by day, we get stronger and stronger. We get stronger and stronger. Till we can't be beat. Till we can't be beat. Till we won't be beat. Till we won't be beat. We know the road. We know the road. It's gonna be tough. It's gonna be tough. So when we win. So when we win. It won't be by luck. It won't be by luck. Amen, guys. Let's go. 1, 2, 3, Cougars.
All right, folks, without further ado, let's meet our teams tonight that are battling for the Bantam Championship. Start with the contenders, the Bantam Hines Blue Water Pools team. Let's see, I got number 10, Braden Charbonneau. Number 14, Ethan Chanier Lane. Number 6, Brandon Graham. Number 64, Tanner Horlbeck. 25, Corey Lozon. 96, Trevor Lawton. 32, Ryan Middleton. Number 70, Kobe Opila. Number 50, Isaac Pearson. Number 3, Anthony Pearson. 44, Jude Pearson. Number 70, Lucas Rupert. 55, Cameron Sanderson. 24, Nicole Scott. 88, Alex Sekarek. 26, Noble Stonefish. 56, Chase Stonefish. 99, Patrick Van Enen. Number 75, Clark Glassman. Coached by Paul Pearson. And now switching over to the Bantam CKSS Campbell Toyota team. Number 32, Ethan Kupka. Number 14, Riley Banuk. Number 55, Austin Burney. Number 16, Brady Caston. Number 88, Tyler Creechin. 64, Jake Deneau. Number 10, Devin Francis. 25, Justin Hahn. Number 50, Christopher Hahn. Number 7, Braden Hazard. 24, Noah King. 46, Hayden Knight. Number 3, Alex Maharam. 43, Cameron Sell. Number 90, Alex Sullo. Number 6, Evan Torres. Number 70, Alexander Van Kester. And number 44, Bennett Schaefer.
Good evening and welcome to the Chatham-Kent Athletic Complex here at Chatham-Kent Secondary School as we have a gorgeous night here for the Chatham-Kent Cougars Bantam Final. We've got the Bantam Pines, sponsored by Blue Water Pools, taking on the Bantam CKSS team, sponsored by Campbell Toyota. I'm Cheryl Johnston, joined alongside Matt Weaverink, and we have a gorgeous night for some football here in November.
It's been a really nice stretch of days, actually. I watched some football here on Sunday as well. Just another gorgeous day, and tomorrow's supposed to be decent too, so a little unlikely for November this time of year, but you can't beat it.
UCC kicks off towards CK, and number 44 had a little trouble there from CK. Trying to wrangle the football, but he's eventually brought down there just short of the 30-yard line.
Yeah, it's Bennett Schaefer, and you know what? It's tough when they kick it like that and it bounces on the ground. It's always easier to field it from catching it out of the air, I find, anyways, when it's coming at you like that. So a bit of a funny bounce when the football hits the ground like that, so they'll have decent field position to start here, though.
So as we watch here, it'll be the quarterback, Evan Torres, from the shotgun here, as he hands it off to number 32. That's Evan Kupka.
Nice play there, just running right down the middle for a 5 or 6 yard gain off the start. That's a good way to start now. You leave yourself in a short down situation for a second down, and they should be able to move the chains if they can pull another play off like that.
And it looks like they'll be running out of the shotgun here most of the night as he drops back to pass once again. And hits number 32 for a great pickup before he's finally brought down there by number 64 from UCC.
Yeah, it's Ethan Kupka again. He's just really showing that he's a favorite of the quarterback so far this game anyways. He's also shown the ability to run and break a couple tackles, so we'll see if he looks in his direction more tonight as well as the night wears on.
Kind of interesting to see them running out of the shotgun, and a lot of times you don't think you'd see that at this level, but these kids that are in grade 7-8 doing a pretty good job here with it.
Yeah, give him credit too. That's a nice pass. I mean, you don't see too much passing game at this level either, but
this one we have a run right up the gut here. Number 24 taking the ball there. He fumbled the ball, but he was already out of bounds here as we're working with a bit of a shorter field. If you see the orange cones, that is your sidelines there.
Yeah, that's right, and so not as much room out to the side, but Noah King still found enough room to make a really nice gain. Busted through there for a run. You can see he's a big kid, and he's just able to plow his way through.
So now it's 1st and 10 here for CKSS. As they huddled really far back from the line of scrimmage there. I don't think they realized they'd made it that far quite up. So we'll see what CKSS here can do. Evan Torres seems to be asking one of the referees something here. So we hand the ball off here. And a great run here from number 32. And he breaks out into the open field, and he is going to take it the distance and score here early on for CKSS.
Wow, just unchallenged almost. I mean, this CKSS team looking very strong so far. A lot of work to do for the Pines on defense. That was Kupka again getting the ball, and he's shown already here in this game that he's a dominant force. If they have him and Noah King even running on the ground like that, they'll have a double threat, and they'll be able to go to either guy, I think.
Very impressive to see them running it right up the gut here as we'll see whether CK is going to go for a run or kick it. Of course, a little bit different here in the Bantams. If you kick the ball and make it, you get 2 points. If you run or throw it, you get only 1 point. So taking the risk here to try to get the kids to kick the ball a little more. And no good.
Yeah, it's tough at this level too. I mean, it's I like that they try to go for the 2 though, from the points perspective and from just developing that skill at this age as well. So the kick wasn't too high, but it's a lot more difficult than it looks.
Mm-hmm. A nice kick there from Alex Maharam, though. I'm sure something that they've been working on all season here. So still CKSS, the Campbell Toyota Bantam CKSS team here, up 6-0 early in the first quarter here, as they'll be going back to kick it off towards UCC.
It's a pretty quick drive from up here anyways, looking at it, just under 4 minutes, but able to really take control of the field there and move it down for the score.
As Alex Maharam will be going back for the kickoff here. So he did have some good lift on that extra point attempt there, so we'll see what his kickoff is like.
You can see Nakoma Scott back there ready to, at the very far back, ready to take the kickoff. And yeah, I saw him earlier on Sunday when I was watching one of those games, and he's really quite a dominant force if he gets the ball in his hands.
Saying a nice kick there as it goes past the first line of defense and gets picked up there by the Pines player. Looks like number 24 picking up that one and getting a few yards, about 6 or 7 yards there on that run back.
Yeah, so it wasn't Nakoma Scott grabbing that ball. Obviously just didn't have enough room. When you kick the ball low like that, you don't give the receiver a whole lot of time and the blockers to get in position either. They'll start at their own 40-yard line, which is pretty decent field position to start off with. The kick was a little low maybe, but those bouncing ones, you never know what's going to happen. I've seen a couple of those just fumble right out of the receiver's hands sometimes because it's difficult to get a handle on those.
Well, we'll see here what the Pines can do with the ball as Lucas Rupert takes the snap. Looks like he's going to be under center with two running backs in the backfield. One man in motion. As he hands it off to number 24 again. Picks up a few yards there, maybe about 2.
Yeah, we saw a little bit of motion, just couldn't find any room there. I like to play, but maybe it'll see if they can find a hole next time. Maybe the blockers got to open something up for them.
So we know that CKSS has a great offense. We'll see if their defense.
Do you guys raffle tickets? You guys have banquet tickets? Do you know who was selling banquet tickets?
As we
They're not here yet.
see UCC drop back here for their second move from offense. And there's a flag as we see some movement on the line there. Looks like someone from the Pines may have moved a little bit early there. So we'll see what the flag is for here. First penalty of the game.
Yeah, I'll have to see if wait for the referee to signal. Yeah, looks like they'll be backing the Pines up, yeah. A couple of yards, so really negates everything they gained on that first down. They'll bring them back actually a couple yards further, so about a 5-yard penalty.
So not something you want to get early when you only had a 2-yard pickup there. So really puts you in a hole here as it'll be second and about 12 for the Pines. Saying a great tackle there in the backfield as number 7, the quarterback Lucas Rupert tried to run with it, but CKSS sniffed that one out and took him down.
Yeah, they really wrapped him up back there quick too. He didn't have a whole lot of time. He was looking around, and by the time he started looking around, he didn't have a whole lot of options to pass with, and then it was a little bit too late to even start deciding whether he's going to run with it. So just sort of got tied up there, and his indecision sort of cost him a little bit. Now they're facing a long situation on 3rd down.
So let's see what Lucas Rupert has up his sleeve here, the quarterback for the Pines, as he takes a snap from under center. 2 running backs in the backfield. And an incomplete pass there. Looks like he was trying to hit number 80 there. But going to come up just short. Going to be 4th down and about 15 here.
Almost looked like a miscommunication or something there. The receiver really didn't look like he was ready for that pass to come at him so quickly.
Blue Water Pools is now faced with a 4th down and 15. From their own 35-yard
So CKSS really looking strong on both sides of the ball so far. On offense, they really marched it down the field, and now they're coming up with a big stop so far.
It looks like UCC here, the Pines is going to go for it. Number 7 dropping back. Little pass off to the side there. And unfortunately, CK had that one sniffed out as the finally whistled the play dead as they were going to tackle him there for a huge loss. Now it's dropped him back about 20 yards here. So
yeah, Nakoma Scott with the reception there, but you saw they almost blocked it out of the quarterback's hands as soon as he left his hands. One of these big linebackers from CKSS came and almost swatted the ball down, and then Nakoma Scott got it. Like you mentioned, he just couldn't find any room out there. Actually got pushed back. Didn't get taken down, but his forward progress was stopped. So that'll get the ball back in the hands of CKSS in really good field position here.
So it'll be 1st and 10 here at about the 33-yard line here for CKSS. Evan Torres back, handing the ball off once again. And Evan Kupta getting a pretty good run there with picking up about 2 or 3 yards or so on a hard-fought run right up the gut there in the middle. So UCC's defense starting to look like they're settling down, coming down a little bit here on the second time out on the field of this game.
Yeah, it looked better, but from Kupka's perspective too, it was pretty good on his part to actually make a couple yards up there. It looked like he was going to get wrapped up early, but he just kept his legs churning and was able to push that pile a little further.
Another great pass here as he hands it out to number 44, who makes a good run for it before he's finally tackled just out of bounds there.
Yeah, Schaefer, we saw him earlier, just able to find some open room, and again, this is a nice pass out to the side, and just barely taken down in time to prevent the score.
Picking up a nice first down here for CKSS. So now in the red zone here. So Evan Torres still working back in the shotgun there as he hands the ball off to number 24, who takes it right up the gut. A lot of bodies there, but it looks like UCC able to stop him from finding the end zone, but still able to pick up about 5 or 6 yards there for CKSS.
Yeah, good run by Noah King as well. They've CKSS has shown that they can throw the ball or they can run the ball, so that's really a big deal at this point. At this level in Bantam, I mean, if you can do both of those things, you can stretch the defense a little bit, especially out to the sides. But Noah King with a nice little run there. But UCC was also able to come up, or the Pines were also able to come up with the stop.
So we got a timeout here from the coach for CKSS, obviously not liking something that he saw out there, or not liking the personnel that he had set up, as you see Evan Torres, the quarterback, come running back to see what exactly is going on with his coaches there.
Yeah, and at this point too, I mean, it's difficult for that coach to communicate with his quarterback when he's all the way at the far end. We'll see when they switch the field, that'll be a little bit easier if they are in scoring position like that to communicate. But obviously, just like you said, it must not have liked something that he saw, or whether it was just bad lineup from the offense, or whether it was the defense something he didn't like. He's going to talk it over to his quarterback first, and they'll try it again.
Well, it'll be about second down and about 5 yards here as we see Evan Torres run back with about just over 3 minutes left here in the first quarter. So as we see Torres run back to the coach and then sprint onto the field here. He tries to relay this play into his teammates and then get set up. So surprised to see CK taking a timeout so early when they've been moving the ball very well so far this game. Two receivers back there as he takes the ball himself, tries to run it in. He's brought down by number 44 from the Pines. A great tackle in the backfield there. We'll be losing 2 yards on that play.
Yeah, Jude Pearson with a nice, just good penetration there, able to take the quarterback down. It's one of the first times we've actually seen Evan Torres keep the ball himself, and so it was a good read on the play, able to get in there and take him down before the goal line.
Looks like maybe he was looking for the option, but it wasn't there, so he decided to keep it himself. So 3rd down and 7 here. As CKSS tries to find the end zone once again. He drops it back. And they're saying no good. Pass over the middle does. Pass was not picked up there by, looks like number 44? 64.
So Jake Deneau, yeah, just not able to hold on to that one, but that was a nice looking play there. I almost thought he might have had it in the end zone, but obviously the referees are a little bit closer. They must have seen something different and just not able to hold on to that. But it's one of the first times, too, we've seen the pass up the middle like that. So other ones have been sort of shorter and out wide.
Yeah, just a little short there up but it was right on target, so just needs a little more arm behind that one as CK tries on 4th down here, hands the ball off to number 12, it looks like, who is trying to rumble his way into the end zone.
The Cougar on the carry. We'll see if it is good enough for a 1st down.
See, now they might be able to get a 1st down on this one because they were in order to get a 1st down, they just had to get short of the end zone. So they do get a 1st down here.
Well, that's a huge call for CKSS. What would have looked like a huge stop for the Pines. Obviously, Kupka, we've seen him run the ball a couple times now. Just able to push it just past that area now. And they got 4 tries within about a yard or so. So they'll have a really good opportunity here to make that score.
So stopped him from getting the 6 points on the board, but ultimately he gets 3 or 4 more chances here now to try to find the end zone here. As it'll be 1st and about 1 as we start to wind down here on the first quarter. CK is up 6-0 and trying to put 6 more points up on the board right now. Evan Torres still back in that shotgun. He's got 2 running backs behind him as he passes it off again to Kupka, and UCC sniffed that one out the entire way. Wow. Tackled him for a loss.
That's a huge stop. Kupka again trying to go up the middle, but the Pines just staying strong. Maybe at this point in the when you're lined up like that, you're just expecting a run maybe, but still they had to make that stop within 1 yard, and they actually were able to take him down quite handily there and able to swarm him and just take him down. That was an impressive play for the defense.
So good news for CK though is that it's only 2nd down and about 5 yards to go here, as they did get that fresh set of downs. So we'll see what they do if they're going to try to run it up again. It looks like the Pines are ready for the run, so we'll see how it is as you hear the horn sound for the end of the first quarter. However, we'll run 1 more play here to end the quarter. They hand the ball off to Deneau, who takes it in. Number 64 finding the end zone there for CKSS.
Yeah, it was actually it was a handoff. It was a fake handoff. I thought it was Deneau as well, but it was actually Kupka. They faked it to Deneau, the bigger guy, and then Kupka was able to grab the ball and just run it right in there. So I think a bit of a tricky play there because we haven't seen Deneau get the ball yet, but Kupka as well. He's got really good hands, so you can see he's held on to the ball really well. Able to see the field pretty well too. I think trick play like that really was what you needed to just push it through there to get the touchdown.
And that was a nice little fake there that they pulled. So getting another 6 points up on the board as we see CK looks like they're going to try to run or pass this one in for an extra point. It looks like Evan Torres is going to take it himself. And they're signaling no good that he stepped out of bounds just before the end zone.
Yeah, good for the Pines just cutting down on that room that he had to run. It's kind of deceiving with these orange cones. It's kind of a little bit difficult, probably even on the field, to tell exactly where out of bounds is when you're running out that way out wide. Look for some room down the side here, and just wasn't able to find it. Obviously, so that's a big stop again for the Pines rather, and another big score for CKSS though as they increase their lead to 12-0.
So 12-0 here as we head and switch ends here, the end of the quarter there with the last play. And you're talking about too, it's hard to see, exactly where with this sort of shorter field going on or a narrower field, but you got the referees and the umpires like right on the sideline there, so able watching like a hawk, see if they step out of bounds here.
Yeah, definitely.
As we see CK kick off to the Pines to start off this second quarter here. We'll see what the Pines can do on their second offensive possession of the game. Alex Maharam back to kick off towards the Pines.
The last time we didn't see them really do a whole lot, so we'd like to see a little bit more of the offense here from the Pines.
And a good kick from Maharam with a nice bounce, as it's picked up by number 24 from the Pines there.
And Nicole Muscat again grabbing that ball. Yeah, I think he'll be the guy that they try to line up to receive the kick as much as possible. He did a decent job there too, and again they'll start in decent position, but last time we saw the momentum maybe a little bit killed with that penalty early on, so we'll see if they have things straightened out for the offense.
So it'll be 1st and 10 here for UCC and about the 44-yard line. Lucas Rupert back in quarterback here for the Pines. He did try throwing it a few times last time, so we'll see if we get a little bit more as he's back under center. Only one running back in the back set. As they throw it back there to number 24. Oh. But a great tackle there from CKSS. It looks like number 12 with the tackle on that one.
Yeah, that was a big play. They had good penetration there. You could sort of see that the Pines had some blockers lined up on this side to try to give them some room. But just not able to execute that, and it ended up being a loss.
I believe that was number 32 with the tackle.
Kupka doing it on both sides.
Going both ways here. As you can tell from looking at the sideline, not very deep benches here. So, but a great opportunity for these kids to learn both sides of the ball here. Figure out maybe which they like playing offense or defense a little bit more. So about a loss of 8 on that one, as it'll be a second down and about 18 here for the Pines. Rupert drops back to pass, and he takes off. Saw a little daylight there, but quickly wrapped up by number 70 from CKSS there. Great tackle to keep him from breaking out into the open field.
Yeah, Alexander Van Kesteren just able to break away from the block there. And I like the play, though. It almost looked like it was a designed fake that he was, because they lined up the same way as they did on the previous play. With looked like they were going to have a short pass to the closer side here, but ended up running to the far side. So obviously not as many players for CKSS playing deep over there, maybe trying to trick him and run around that side, but Van Kesteren able to just take him out.
It looks like we had a turnover here too, so now CKSS is back on offense with the ball.
Oh yeah, he must have lost the ball too. That's a big play.
Yeah, number 7.
So a fake throw and then a handoff here and a big run up the field as you see lots of open field. for number 32, Evan Kupka, with another touchdown here to put CKSS on top. Another 6 points on the board early in the third quarter.
Yeah, Kupka, like, what can you say about this guy? He's doing everything for this team so far. Just, well, credit to the quarterback as well with a nice pass. He's really feeding him some nice passes that are easy to catch and easy to make a play on that. But Kupka still just driving through and breaking some tackles.
Some great breakaway speed there from Kupka. As we'll see CKSS line up for the extra point, see if they're going to kick it, or looks like they are going to try to run it in or kick it or throw it in. Zevin Torres takes pass, drops back, throws it, but it is knocked away. So extra point is no good for CKSS. However, they do add another 6 points on the board here early in the third quarter.
Yeah, a little surprised to see them line up for a 1 point again, but obviously just working on different game situations and stuff like that. Given the lead they have right now, I would have liked to see them maybe kick it, but obviously they want to work on some different skills too. So it was a nice play. I just wasn't able to grab a handle on that one and take it in.
Right now it is 18-0 for CKSS over the Pines here in the Bantam final at the Chatham-Kent Athletic Complex. Thanks for joining us here on Cogeco. I'm Cheryl Johnston, joined alongside Matt Weaverink. As we see Alex Maharam with the kickoff here for CKSS towards the Pines, who have yet to score. So we'll see what they can do here if they can hold on to the ball in this offensive series. And a flag on this one as the ball bounces out of bounds. Not a great kick there from Maharam. So this is going to give some great field position to the Pines.
Yeah, that'll be good for the Pines. This challenge for them now will be trying to get something going past half. They really haven't made it very far at all. Obviously, the big turnover last time with losing the ball and then losing that field position. That field position to CKSS.
So UCC will start with the ball on the 40-yard line here. You see Lucas Rupert here. Looks like they're going to be working out of the shotgun on this one. But the play's whistled dead before we even get it off.
I didn't see any penalty flags yet, so it must have just been a...
Looks like another timeout to the Pines this time around. And actually, that one looked like a little bit of trickery. It looked like Tanner Horlbeck, number 64 from the Pines, who's not the quarterback, but he was going to take a direct snap there. So obviously, they were telling me before the game, he can either run with the ball or he can throw the ball. So a great guy to all of a sudden to try to mix it up a little bit here.
That's true, and so far we've seen them maybe struggle a little bit on offense. So if it's good to change it up, maybe to try a few different options.
I'll mention a couple other sponsors. Actually, our sponsors for tonight's two teams.
So CKSS is up 18-0 here in the Bantam final over the Pines at the Chatham-Kent Community Athletic Complex. Thank you for joining us here on TV Cogeco. UCC has the ball here, 1st and 10 on the 40-yard line to try to find some points here. As we're about in the middle of the second quarter. And it looks like the Pines are going to mix things up a little bit, take things out of the shotgun with Tanner Horlbeck as he drops back to pass with a huge throw to number 24, who unfortunately could not rein it in. He had nothing but green grass ahead of him on that one.
Nakoma Scott, he's going to be seeing that one in his sleep tonight. That was just a bomb from Horlbeck, and what a spiral too. Did not expect, when you said he had an arm, I did not expect to see that out of him, because that was an accurate pass hitting him right in stride. Yeah, Nakoma Scott, if you could have reeled that one in, that would have been a sure touchdown.
You couldn't have asked for a better pass on that one, as it'll be 2nd and 10 now here for the Pines. We'll see if they stick with Horlbeck in the shotgun, and it looks like they are going to. He does have 2 wide receivers to either side of him. CK calling a timeout here. Obviously not liking how they had their defense lined up, or how Pines was looking maybe after that play.
Yeah, I wonder if he just saw something now that Horlbeck's back there, and you see an arm like that, and you got to react to that pretty quickly. And as a coach, you probably changes the way you're sort of lining your players up on the field there as well.
Yeah, you want to put maybe some of your speedier guys in on defense here. Ask them to keep their heads up and watch out for that kind of throws again, because that was one heck of a throw.
That was a really nice throw, that's for sure. Now, the encouraging thing for UCC, or the Pines at the same time, is that if he can throw like that, he can sort of move the defense back a little bit, maybe take some of those pass rushers out of there, and maybe he can find some room too on the ground.
As we come back in here from following the timeout, 2nd and 10 here for the Pines. Horlbeck still dropped back there in the shotgun. And he's looking deep, but he's going to have to scramble here. And CK able to take him down for a loss of about 2 yards here. This will be 3rd and about 13 for the Pines, and just no open receiver for him before he got smothered there.
Yeah, you could see him looking down the field too, as if he wanted to pass that one, and then at the point where he decided he was going to keep it himself, just a little bit too late, and everything was sort of collapsing around him, so not able to get the ball off quick enough. But you know, with that arm, if he does get one off like that, it can change everything.
So it'll be 3rd down here in about 13. And it looks like they are going back to their regular quarterback, Lucas Rupert, as he hands the ball off. Able to pick up a few yards, get back to the line of scrimmage, plus a few.
Correction on that. Tanner Horlbeck, number 64 on that carry.
That's what Horlbeck taking the ball as running back this time instead of a quarterback. He's able to show that his ability to run the ball as well as they pick up a couple of yards. See if they can make it on this 4th down, long 4th down though.
So it'll be 4th down and about 9, a little bit more manageable, but still not a short one here, as it looks like we might have another timeout on the field. We've got a couple of players coming out here. So I believe that both teams have used both their timeouts now for this half. As they try to talk some strategy here, maybe try to figure out how they're going to pick up those 9 yards, get that 1st down, get a little offense going there. So, so far though, it's been all CKSS here, 18-0 here about midway through the 2nd quarter.
Oh yeah, for sure, and offense and defense, both sides of the ball. I mean, CKSS coming up really big with some key plays on defense. We think of that fumble turnover that they were able to recover, and then for a score. So that's a big 6 points for them.
So mixing it up a little bit here as they have Horlbeck in the shotgun again, and he throws deep once again, but just over the head of one of his wide receivers there, number 24. Great arm from Horlbeck, but a little bit too far on that one.
Yeah, Nakoma Scott just not able to catch up to that time. He was never going to reach that position, but again, we see that he's got an arm on him, and if he gets one of those off, I mean, that's a huge play.
Looks like Horlbeck was under pressure there and had to get rid of the ball a little bit quicker than he wanted to in order to get it that far down the field. So CKSS takes over on downs here, as it'll be 1st and 10 on the 40-yard line. So fantastic field position here for CKSS. As you see Evan Torres go back to Worth, then Evan Kupka. So he drops back to the shotgun here with a nice long pass here. A great pickup as CKSS scores. Say, unable to see the number right now because they're on the far side of the field.
Yeah, I believe it's number 44, Bennett Schaefer, who just reeled that one in, and we've seen him catch a couple now, and that one wide open, just waited for the ball to come to him. He had enough time to watch it fall right into his arms, and then he had open field behind him, so able to make a nice big play there, and that's huge for CKSS, just making first play off of a turnover on downs, and they were able to score.
As we see Alex Maharam back here trying to kick and pick up 2 points for CKSS. I'm saying a little bit of a low kick there on that one. Not great height, some good momentum though. So CKSS taking a 24-0 lead. So I guess CK saw the Pines go long a couple times and said, hey, we can do that too.
Yeah, it sure looked like that. I mean, we've seen CKSS pass a couple times, but none as long as that one. Just way down the field. Coverage maybe not right on his man, but yeah, I don't know if you'd expect that play either. Like we mentioned, there's only been a couple long passes so far, so you'd almost expect on a 1st down situation too, maybe try to get your run game going, but really nice play by CKSS to score again, and they're looking pretty dominant so far.
So with just over 5 minutes left to play here in the half, CKSS goes up 24-0 here on the Pines. And CK will be kicking off to the Pines here, as we see Alex Maharam back to kick it off. Nice kick on that one. Some good distance. And a great bounce as it bounces away from the receiver there. And he gets wrapped up pretty quickly, picks up a few yards after picking it up, and looks like they'll be starting the ball at about their 32-yard line.
Yeah, because of the tricky bounce and everything, you really don't want to fumble that one away. So Nakoma Scott just had to make sure he had a good handle on it. That was the first thing that's most important, is make sure you have control. After that, you can look up the field, but it really said he got wrapped up pretty early. Didn't really have a chance to make a play.
So the Pines now here have a chance to try to move down the field and get on the board. We'll see if they go with Tanner Horlbeck or if they go with Lucas Rupert here at quarterback. And like mixing it up, obviously Horlbeck has a great arm, but Lucas Rupert also pretty accurate as well. So we'll see what they decide to go with. And it looks like they're going to be going with Rupert under center with 2 running backs in the back, 1 player in motion. As they hand it off and wrapped up almost immediately. It looks like they'll be losing about 1 yard on that, number 32 from the Pines.
Yeah, we saw Tyler Creechin, 88 for CKSS coming in on that, and just a couple other of those blue and gold shirts as well coming in there and wrapping them up really early for a loss of about 1 or so.
So it'll be 2nd down and 11 here for the Pines.
Looks like he was met right at the line of scrimmage. Maybe he lost half a yard.
See if they'll try to maybe use a little trickery, try to get this offense going here. As there's just over 3.5 minutes left here in the 2nd quarter.
Yeah, it's tough. I think they'll have some things to work on at half for sure. Down 24-0. It's not insurmountable, that's for sure, but do have a lot of work ahead of them.
Rupert under center as he hands that one off to number 44, it looks like, Jude Pearson, who is able to pick up a few yards for them, about 4 yards or so. Get them into a little bit more manageable of a 3rd down.
You got to think it would just be even encouraging to see the Pines get a 1st down or something like that here, a big play, just something to give them that that sort of emotional lift going into the half.
And it looks like Rupert is back under center here once again. Hand the ball off, but play whistle dead here as we have a flag on the field.
Yeah, they'll move the ball back again, it looks like. So it's against the offense again.
Sounds like they're saying offside here on one of the players from the Pines. So that run that they just had there from Jude Pearson just wiped right off the board, unfortunately. So it'll be 3rd down and about 13.
Yes, he just whistled the clock. Okay, thank you.
As Rupert is back under center here. As he hands the ball off to Horlbeck, who runs with the ball. He steps out of bounds there. Looks like he just made it back to the line of scrimmage there, so it'll be 4th down and about 13 once again.
Yeah, CKSS just able to force him out of bounds, giving him nowhere to run. And like we said earlier, with that narrower field, you do have that little bit less room on the sides maybe to make a play like that on the sideline and find some room down the field.
So under 2 minutes to play here in the half as we see the Pines back to take the ball. And it looks like they're going to be taking this one out of the shotgun, mixing it up a little bit. See a high snap, but they're able to kick it off. Oh, so we're seeing a punt here, 1st punt of the game. And a great one at that. Number 6 from CKSS picking up the ball. He's got a couple blockers there, but Horlbeck is relentless in pursuing him as he's able to pick up about 5 or 6 yards after he caught that ball.
I'll tell you what, that was a really nice punt. Like that made some room up, and that gives you some breathing room too. Instead of turnover on downs to finish out the half, you finish with a good punt like that. That's even a play that could give you some momentum going into the 2nd half if you can prevent a score here with time winding down.
Saying there's a flag down on the field. Looks like it was a false start, but they're going to wave it off so that CK can keep the football there. So CKSS getting the ball here.
Just outside the booth. 135. Okay. Yeah, tell him we got it.
We got it. We got it.
Putting some time back on the clock here as we forgot to stop the clock for the 2-minute warning here. So CKSS taking the ball here. So Evan Torres is back in the shotgun. Hands the ball back. A little bit of trickery here. But a great run as we finally find some breathing room here. Looks like that's Noah King. And he is gone, finding the end zone. Another touchdown for CKSS with a little bit of trickery in the backfield. I didn't think they were going to get out of the backfield.
I wasn't sure what was going to happen there, to be honest with you. That was crazy. I thought it was a bit of a scrimmage back there, and I just really didn't know what was going to come out of it. And then all of a sudden, Noah King just started bursting through. I heard some people yelling his name, and like I said before we even saw who it was, he was almost all the way in the end zone.
Yeah, pretty much. It was hard. It looked like it was a broken play back there in the pocket. As CKSS goes up 30-0 here as they go for another 2 points. As Alex Maharam tries to kick the extra point. There's some flags down on the field here. Let's see what the call is.
The kick appeared to be good, so that would really be unfortunate if that was called back because of a penalty.
So apparently the convert was no good as there was too many men on the field at the time of the kick on CKSS. So they will be applying the penalty on the kickoff, so they'll be pushed back about 10 yards on this kickoff.
Sounds like they've, even though they're dominant on the field, they got some work to do with that kicking job there for CKSS. Seen a couple of things now, a couple of misses, and then obviously the penalty on this last one.
So CKSS going up 30-0 with just over a minute left to play here in the half. As we'll see Maharam show off his leg once again here on the kickoff. He's being pretty busy with kickoffs tonight. And the Pines is back to receive. As they, I'm sure, want to get some points on the board at least before they head into the half. And the kick is off. And that one looks like it's caught in the air. And they'll be getting the ball at about the 53-yard line, close to midfield there here, as the Pines will be taking over with 1:04 left on the clock here in the half.
Yeah, I think this is actually the best field position they've seen all night off the kickoff here. Especially helps with that 10-yard penalty because of the too many men on the field during the point after try. And we'll see if the Pines can get something going here. Obviously, the score would eat into that lead a little bit. Maybe they can make this a little more manageable for the second half.
So you can see that Tanner Horlbeck is in the huddle there. Not sure if he's going to be the one taking the snap, though, or if it'll be number 7, Lucas Rupert. I'm sure they want to keep CKSS guessing, too, and their defense guessing. And it's Horlbeck taking the direct snap as he drops back. Throws one deep. He does have a man wide open, but it's a man on the wrong team. That one is picked off by CKSS. Number 6, Evan Torres, picking off that pass there. It was a good pass. He found the wide open man, but wrong team.
Yeah, and you can see his receiver running to that play too, just again overshot a little bit. This time CKSS makes him pay for it. Unfortunately, on the first play, so then it's a turnover again. Turnovers also hurting the Pines so far this game.
So apparently the quarterback for CK, Evan Torres, also has some good hands.
Yeah, he's maybe he's reading the quarterback a little better, and he knows when he's in that position.
Well, he's back there in the shotgun as he hands it off to number 32, who's looking for some field, reverses it, and is able to find it, and he's going to be close to a first down for CKSS.
Oh, Ethan Kupka, that was a nice play. Just able to juke around a couple players, make a couple moves, and even break a tackle or two, as he was able to pick up almost a first down on that play when it really looked like he was going to be tackled for a loss.
So as we get just under 30 seconds left here in the game, see if CKSS is able to try to find the end zone one more time here before we hit the half. You say, and then a great handoff there from number 32. able to get the first down with 8.4 seconds left on the clock here. Looks like they'll be able to get one more play off from Evan Kupta with a great run there. Nice little trickery in the back there, looking like they were going to throw it first.
Yeah, he did, and he sort of even motioned towards throw, but then able to hand it off to Kupka, who we've seen, I mean, obviously the CKSS team with a bunch of threats on their team. I think of Bennett Schaefer with that really nice touchdown pass that he made and able to run it in. We've seen Kupka bust through with a number of nice runs too. So Evan Torres at quarterback, he's making some good decisions with his passes, but also when he chooses to hand it off.
So this will be the last play of the half here, as we just heard the horn go. As number 6 drops back to pass. He's able to complete it there, get a first down before he's tackled out of bounds. But that will be the end of the half here. So at the end of the half, CKSS is up 30-0 over the Pines in the Bantam final, and it's been all CKSS here, Matt, in the first half.
It really has been, and we talked about this too, but they're playing good defense as well as offense. It's not just the points they're putting up on the board. You look at that 0 for the Pines, and I saw them play on Sunday. They have some offensive threats, but CKSS just able to shut them down, putting a lot of pressure on the quarterback, but also coming up big with those turnovers. Think of the fumble recovery that they were able to make, and then also even turnover on downs a couple times, and of course that big interception. That was a big one too from Evan Torres. Just when you thought the Pines might be making a deep pass down there, Evan Torres able to step in and grab that ball.
Well, we have seen some flashes of brilliance though from the Pines with Tanner Horlbeck taking the direct snap there in the shotgun.
Yeah, no, especially Horlbeck. I mean, once they changed that up, I think that gave some life back to this Pines team, which really looked like it was a bit stagnant on offense. We did see a couple of opportunities when it was really close, like inches, and we even saw one of the wide receivers drop it for the Pines, which is too bad. Otherwise, that would have almost been a sure touchdown. I mean, we could be looking at a much closer game at this point.
So we'll see what the Pines is able to do here in the second half, as CKSS is up 30-0 here after in the Bantam final. So it's going to be interesting to see what they're talking about. What do you think they might be talking about? What do you think those coaches are telling their teams right now?
Well, for the Pines, obviously you just want to build on some of the things that you did right in the first half. I mean, it's kind of discouraging to see that 30-0 on the board, but you think about this, CKSS scored 30 points in the first half, so why can't they do it as well? You got to think that the CKSS, though, they're just talking about just keep doing what you guys are doing, making those smart decisions on passing, and just keep the dominant run game going, maybe switch it up like they have been. A couple more trick plays maybe we'll see out of them as well. We saw those very successful for CKSS so far.
So we'll be back for second half action here at the Bantam final of the Chatham-Kent Cougars. CKSS leading the Pines 30-0 right now. We'll be back shortly with some second half action here from the Chatham-Kent Community Athletic Complex. And welcome back to the Chatham-Kent Community Athletic Complex for second half Bantam final action here. It's the Chatham-Kent Cougars. We have CKSS taking on the Pines. As that was CK kicking off to the Pines here. As picking up a few yards there on that run. The Pines look like they'll be starting from their 45-yard line. Once again, I'm Cheryl Johnstone, joined alongside Matt Weaverink this evening. Thank you for joining us. A gorgeous night for some football here.
It is a really nice, clear night, and it was a nice sunset earlier, but of course it's setting a little earlier than I would like as well. But you can't blame. I mean, you can't complain. It's just really nice weather outside. The last couple of days, especially November. I mean, I hardly need a jacket tonight at all. It's going to be like 15 degrees Celsius overnight or something like that. Just beautiful, beautiful.
As we get the second half here underway, UCC's trailing 30-0 here in the second half, as they get a chance to try to score first here. Lucas Rupert is under center, tossing off to Tanner Horlbeck. Picks up a few hard-fought yards, eventually brought down there, but it looks like he's going to pick up about 3 or 4 yards. So it'll be 2nd and 7 for the Pines.
Well, it doesn't seem like much off a first down. It's a gain, and we've seen a couple of times they've been wrapped up behind the line of scrimmage. So good for them to start with that, and we'll see if they can build off that, maybe get a first down here.
Lucas Rupert back under center here for the Pines. 2 running backs behind him. As he hands it off to one of them, going right up the gut there is Tanner Horlbeck, picking up another 3 or 4 yards.
Tanner Horlbeck with a nice Nice run up the middle.
It'll be third down and about 3 here.
And even though you're going to need some longer plays if you're going to eat into that lead that CKSS built in the first half, I like what I'm seeing so far. Able to find room, especially down the middle like that, when you're able to just run it up the gut, like you mentioned. It's just really, really encouraging to see that out of the Pines so far.
Well, CK's got some big players on the outside, so you might want to avoid going out there. They've been able to sniff out most of those plays you've tried to run to the outside. As we see them drop back to pass there, Lucas Rupert, but coming up just short of his wide receiver.
Yeah, it was Ryan Middleton. It just caught him a little bit behind. Maybe quarterback was on a different level. Maybe thought he was going to stop there. I'm not sure. But in any case, really the only thing they've done wrong so far. So we'll see if they can charge it through like they did for the first 2 plays.
So it'll be fourth down here for UCC, or for the Pines rather. As we have just over 19 minutes left here on the clock. Rupert back under center again as he hands the ball off to one of his running backs. But CKSS able to sniff that one out and tackle him for a big loss, knocking him back about 4 yards there. And they'll be turning the ball over on downs now, unfortunately.
Yeah, Nakoma Scotch is not able to find a room like they were on the first couple of plays there. And obviously turnover on downs, but it's about midfield, so it's good. The field position could be worse as far as the Pines are concerned. And we'll see if CKSS will keep rolling like they did in the first half.
Ball is turned over on downs.
So Evan Torres had a fabulous first half, as did Evan Kupka, scoring a couple touchdowns there for CKSS. See if they're able to keep this momentum going or if they're just going to keep it on the ground. Torres back in the shotgun, 1 running back, 3 wide receivers to his right. So he fakes the throw and then hands it off to Kupka, who runs it right up the middle and finds tons of green space. And he's going to be taking it all the way to the end zone as CKSS puts another 6 points on the board.
Yeah, Kupka, we've seen a dominant run, but I don't think anyone of his runs has been that dominant so far. That was impressive. Just hardly touched on that either. Like you mentioned, a bit of a fake play, maybe fake the pass out and then just handing it off to him. But he was able to find a lot of room and didn't even look over his shoulder. I think he knew he was gone, though. So he was just running it right into the end zone.
He's got some great breakaway speed there once he gets out in the open. And we'll see Alex Maharam back to try to kick for 2 points here for CKSS. Came close before, so see what he can do this time around. Gets the ball down, the kick is up, and it's a little low once again. He's got some good velocity on it.
Yeah, he's got a good hard kick. Maybe just needs to get underneath that ball a little bit more to lift it up. Of course, like we mentioned, 2 points for a kick, 1 point for running the ball in or passing it into the end zone at this level. Trying to encourage that kick. So it's good to see CKSS still trying to make that kick a couple times. Even though they have been unsuccessful, it's good to see them working on that skill.
So CKSS is up 36-0 here early in the third quarter. 7:29 left here to play. As we see Maharam going back to kick the ball off. Trying to hit trying to kick the ball off to the Pines here as they try to get some good field position on this one. Maharam's had some great kickoffs though, so haven't had some great field position yet this game. Another good kick that gets past. It's number 10 from the Pines, picks it up. He does have a couple blockers there as he's tackled out of bounds there. Great little run back there by number 10, Braden Charbonneau.
Yeah, Charbonneau able to grab the ball and run with it. As you mentioned, though, the strength really for Alex Maharam is able to kick it on low and on the ground like that. As you saw too, the ball was able to sort of squirt through a couple of the receivers there for the Pines and keep it low. So makes it really difficult for them to return it, and also makes it a lot easier for your rushers to get in there and take down the player that eventually picks up the ball.
Just under 7 minutes to play here in the third quarter. Chatham-Kent Community Athletic Complex, the Bantam final here as CKSS is leading the Pines 36-0. Pines has the ball here to try to find and put some points up on the board. Lucas Rupert under center as he tries to make a short pass over center, but pretty much tackled immediately and the ball drops to the ground there. Number 88 unable to hold on to it.
Yeah, Alex Sekarak almost able to reel that in, but as we saw there too, he was tackled right away after the ball fell out of his hands. So it would have been a gain of a couple, but you'd like to see maybe a further play down the field. They are trying a couple things now, and it just seems that CKSS has their number tonight.
Yeah, they seem to not be able to find anything that's really working. Everything they're trying, CK kind of sniffs out. The only thing that may have worked was that one long throw earlier, which unfortunately was dropped there in the first half. So we'll see what they do here. As Rupert is back under center. Got 3 players behind him though. Hands the ball off. But taken down. Not before he picks up a couple yards there. It looks like he picks up about 2 yards. It'll be 3rd and 8 here for the Pines.
Yeah, Jude Pearson able to pick up a couple yards, but obviously the incomplete pass, not able to make up any room on that one. And now we will have a timeout.
Yeah, looks like a timeout here called by the Pines. Their first of this half. Probably talk a little bit of strategy here as it's 3rd and 8, and looks like they're having a hard time just, trying to get the offense going. They're not really having a hard time getting into a rhythm.
Yeah, just having a hard time getting that first down, I think, and that if you can get that first down, maybe you can start getting some other things going. But yeah, they, like you said, they're having a little bit of trouble.
Okay.
Oh, you're the opposite.
Yep.
It's 96 now, okay?
See Lucas Rupert under center here, but a flag thrown as it looks like one of the wide receivers there, 95, was way offside, pushing the Pines back another 10 yards.
Yeah, not what you want to see, especially after taking a timeout when they were hopefully just going to be building on a decent play, trying to pick up some ground here. Now they're facing a really long situation on 3rd down.
So wonder if they were going to go deep and he was trying to get a head start on that run down the field as we see Lucas Rupert under center once again. 3 running backs behind him. Lost of protection, but he's scrambling and he is taken down. Dropped about 8 yards back there, so it's going to be 4th and 20 here, it looks like, for the Pines.
Yeah, good pressure by Braden Hazard there, number 7 for CKSS. Just saw him run around the outside and put that pressure on the quarterback. He wasn't the one who made the tackle necessarily, but at the same time, he gave him enough pressure that he had to scramble a little bit more and was knocked down.
Considering he had 3 running backs back there, you think he'd have enough protection around him, but unfortunately not, as they'll be punting the ball here. A high punt, not very deep though. Looks like it went about 10 yards. CKSS trying to pick that one up, but it's whistled dead here.
Yeah, we'll have to see if we get some clarification from the referee as to what happened exactly. As I understand it, will be CKSS ball though.
It whistled dead as soon as it hit the ground, it looks like, so.
And maybe that's to try to prevent some sort of collisions or some sort of injuries in that play. When you get piles or scrambles like that, sometimes some people just, you don't have your head up necessarily and you get some injury situations. But in any case, it will be CKSS ball.
It was an extremely high kick, so you want to avoid some of those collisions, avoid injury here, as we see Evan Torres back in the shotgun, handing the ball off to Evan Kupka, who's finding lots of daylight once again. Hines is finally able to wrap him up, but it looks like he's going to be close to a 1st down.
Yeah, CKSS, really everything, they're banging on all cylinders now, still not really letting up. Up 36-0, but obviously seen a couple of different guys get the ball too for CKSS, not just one guy doing it either. So it's really a team effort, and like we mentioned earlier, Evan Torres, the quarterback for CK, made that nice interception catch as well. So they're doing everything right so far.
So it'll be 2nd and about 1 yard, maybe half a yard there. This ball is just short of the 1st down. As we see Torres back in the shotgun there, and he'll be dropping back to pass. Nice long throw. And he hits the man. He hits his wide receiver who takes it into the end zone for a touchdown. Looks like number 7 there, Braden Hazard, getting the touchdown.
Yeah, we saw his speed on defense pressuring the quarterback, and now this time he is providing an option for his own quarterback down the field. Able to make a nice catch there off of for running like he had to put himself in position to make that catch. I mean, the quarterback sort of timed it out and made a throw down the field, and just a great catch by Hazard and able to run it in for that score.
So CKSS is now up 42-0, and we'll see Alex Maharam try to kick for 2 points here once again. Been close a few times. As we said, he's got some good velocity. Just needs the height. See if he's able to get his foot under the ball this time around. Kick is down, and it's good.
There we go, Muharrem.
So it took him about 4 or 5 tries, but he finally was able to get it down. So congratulations to Maharam. He's had great kickoffs, so now finally able to put 2 points up on the board. In Bantams, if you kick it for the extra point,
That's
you get
right.
2 points.
2 points, yeah, so making it even much more valuable. And good to see for him, too. And maybe that's just what he needed. Maybe he just needed to make one. I mean, after you miss the first one, your confidence is a little bit shot, maybe, and you need a little bit. And then you miss the second one is a bit of a bit of struggling. You think you're struggling, but able to make one now. We'll see if he's that boosts his confidence as well on kickoffs and if they kick any more extra points.
Well, he did have one earlier that looked like it went through, but nullified by the flag, unfortunately, if it was good. So we'll see him here with the kickoff. CKSS going up 44-0 now with those 2 points. And a low kick bouncing on the ground, which Pines has a hard time handling, but number 32 picks it up before he's finally tackled pretty quickly there.
Yeah, Ryan Middleton grabbed that ball after it knocked off one of his teammates' hands. I almost thought he was going to have some room there, but CKSS swarmed him really quick, and they've just been having really good vision on defense and able to shut anything down that the Pines have been getting going.
Some great tackling from CKSS here, really wrapping them up.
Oh yeah, they're not letting him go either. That's another thing. You don't see the Pines breaking very many tackles because CKSS just has such good contact that they're taking him down right away and holding on to him and wrapping him up like you mentioned.
So we have a timeout now here. Looks like it's charged to CKSS.
Timeout called by Campbell Toyota.
Maybe taking a few minutes here to get their defense sorted out, although their defense has been playing extremely well. As we have just over 32 seconds left here to play in the third quarter.
Yeah, it's been all CK tonight, that's for sure. They see if they try to get some more of the players involved. Some of those players we haven't called their names of too much yet. I mean, obviously, there's been Hazard got that pass. We didn't see him grab that many yet. He had a nice touchdown pass catch there, and we saw Kupka already and Schaefer. We've seen him make a number of nice plays too. So, like we said, the CKSS team really spread out offense and just really able to take a hold of this game, and they've been running with it ever since.
So the Pines here will get a chance with just under 30 seconds to play in the third quarter to try to pick up some yardage here. So we see Lucas Rupert under center. One man in motion going across, and he hands it off to the man in motion 24, but the play is flagged.
And before we get that play off, we do have a flag down.
Yeah, we'll wait for the referees to sort it out first, see if they have a signal for us. Oh, looks like it's going to come against the Pines again based on where they're moving the ball. So
First down and 15.
So it'll be first down and 15 here as they replay this first down.
We've seen that a couple times, just penalties really adding to the mountain that they have to climb for the Pines.
It's the end of the third quarter. They'll get one more play off here as Lucas Rupert heads under center. Looks like they're going to try the run, same one again as they hand it off to number 24 as he tried to take it around the edge. He's wrapped up pretty quickly there. Looks like he's going to get maybe 1 yard on that one.
Austin Murray, number 55 on the stop.
Yeah, just not able to find any room. It looked like it was Nakoma Scott again. We've seen him have the ball a couple times, but just not able to find any room on the run game right now. We saw a little bit of success earlier when they ran it right down the middle. As you mentioned, CK seems to have some of their bigger guys on the outside, and maybe they're the ones that are rushing a little bit more and putting that pressure on the quarterback. So if you can find some room up the middle, maybe they'll be able to get some just short yardage chunk runs and able to eat into that first down.
So we'll switch ends here as we start the fourth quarter. Final 12 minutes of the game here. CK is up 44-0 on the Pines in the Bantam final. The Chatham-Kent Cougars Bantam final here. the Chatham-Kent Community Athletic Complex.
Start this fourth quarter. Blue Water pooled is faced with a second down and 15. You just signal the start of the
So 2nd down and 15 here for the Pines. So they try to get a little offense going still here as we head into the 4th. It looks once again like Lucas Rupert will be under center here. Handing the ball off to number 32, who takes it up the middle, able to find a little bit of running room. Able to get them back to at least the line of scrimmage, which is a small success here for the Pines.
Well, and something to build on as well. Ryan Middleton looked like he was able to find a little bit of room. I would have almost like, if they were back to where they were before the penalty, I mean, you would have been looking at a decent situation there on third down, but obviously the penalty just cost them that much more now at this point.
So it'll be 3rd down and looks like about 11 or 12 here. This will be running this one out of the shotgun. Long throw here, going to number 3, who hits him in the hands, but he's unable to rein in that pass from Tanner Horlbeck.
This is just not the Pines' night, because Horlbeck had a great pass to Anthony Pearson. Anthony Pearson even timed it out well, so that he ended up in the right situation at the right time. And just not able to hold on to that, though. That was a bit. It was coming over his shoulder. It's a bit difficult to judge where that ball is going to come. But if he could have made that catch, you know, that's just that spark we've been waiting for. That seems like the whole game that we've been waiting for that spark out of the Pines.
This will be 4th and 12 here, and as they punt the ball away. Low punt, but a Pines bounce here. But it's picked up there by number 6 from CKSS as he tries to run with the ball. Turning the corner a bit there before he's finally shoved out of bounds by number 24 from the Pines.
So Evan Torres, again, we've seen that narrower field become a factor, but this time just able to find enough room on that outside still. It looked like he was going to get pushed out of bounds, but able to find a couple feet out there, and it was just enough for him to squeeze his way down there for a couple more yards.
So Torres doing quarterbacking, punt returns, defense, cornerback. Just doing a little bit of everything tonight here for CKSS.
And that's almost like, I think a lot of people on CKSS have been doing a lot of good things. Obviously, we'll call their name more when they're getting the ball, but off the ball, even some of these defensive players for CKSS have really been shutting down the Pines.
Yeah, sometimes it's hard to see some of the numbers because they're in big piles there, but of course everyone contributing on both teams here. As you see some of the size difference in some of those players down there. As these grade 7-8 boys, you tend to get a range of sizes, and depending how much they've grown so far as they hand the ball off here. And looks like it's Maharam, the kicker, going in at running back there and picking up about 5 yards here for CKSS.
Well, we know he's got strong legs. Let's see if he can get some speed on that too. So yeah, for sure. I like that, spreading the ball around a little bit, especially when you're up 44-0.
Number 96, Trevor Lott.
So it'll be 2nd and 5 here as we're about just over 8.5 minutes left in the 4th quarter. As they hand the ball back off once again to Maharam, who's looks like he's going to lose about 1 yard on that one. Good tackle there from the Pines.
Loss of 1 on the play is going to bring up 3rd down and 6.
And if I think if the Pines can force a turnover here as well, then I mean that's something you can carry into when you get the ball on offense as well. If you see some sort of a play like that, it just gives you that little boost going into the offense.
So Evan Torres here in the shotgun. He's got 2 running backs there. Throws the ball outside, but unable to rein that one in is number 43, Cameron Selly from CKSS.
Yeah, it was a bit difficult though too. It's just sort of over his shoulder again, and we've seen that before. At this level, we've seen some of the other guys that were successful to catch it. They were able to square themselves up to the ball first, set their feet, make that catch, and then able to turn with it. So when you're trying to catch it on a run like that, it's a little bit more difficult.
So it'll be 4th down here. Looks like Alex Maharam is back to punt the ball away for CKSS. And it's a bad snap way over his head. He's going to just try to fall down on this ball. Oh, wait, he's going to try to pick it up and kick it. And looks like it'll be the Pines getting their best field position of the night here. thanks to that bad snap on the punt.
Yeah, that's this is the deepest into CK territory I think we've seen the Pines all night, and just a lucky break. Finally, something goes the Pines' way. It seems like they have missed a couple of catches that could have been big plays. We'll see if they can capitalize on this.
So it'll be 1st and 10 here at about the 36-yard line for the Pines. So we see Lucas Rupert back there in the shotgun. 2 running backs to the right of him. And they snap it directly to Tanner Horlbeck, who goes deep. And he's going to be picked off by Alex Muharrem, trying to make up for the high snap, I guess, on the punt.
Yeah, that was redemption right there. He shows you he can catch the ball when it's right at him. So great to see as well. That's got to feel good for Muharrem too after missing that high snap, and not necessarily his fault on a high snap, but at the same time you almost feel responsible if you're the one that missed it, and able to just make a nice interception there and turn it back over to CKSS.
And not a great throw there from Horlbeck. We've seen some good throws out of him tonight that have come up just short, but that one was just not the best.
Yeah, he's got a good arm, and he's got the strength in his arm for sure. Just maybe the accuracy is what he will work on, but good to see them take some chances though too. And at this point, I mean, you really have to if you're the Pines and you want to get something going.
As we see the quarterback here, Evan Torres, taking the snap and then running with it, and it looks like he's going to make his way all the way to the end zone. Put another 6 points up on the board for CKSS.
Yeah, what a dominant run, but there is a flag on the field, so we'll have to see who this is against.
And it looks like CKSS's team is backing up 5 yards here, so this one's coming back.
Yeah, it just looked like, based on the body language of some of those players on CKSS, you can tell that the penalty was going to come back against them, but doesn't negate that nice run that they had, though. That was a really nice run.
So, and it looks like it's going to be a holding call here on CKSS, so they'll be dropping back 10 yards. So it'll be 1st and 20, and wipe those 6 points off the scoreboard.
And that might even be the reason that he was able to break away so easily. Sometimes you see that when there's a holding penalty, the defender just wasn't able to have the good opportunity to make that play, to make the tackle.
So getting pushed back here, deep into their own end. 1st and 20 from the 20-yard line here for CKSS. They're up 44-0 here as we have just over 5 minutes to play here in the 4th quarter. As we see Evan Torres back in the shotgun, he does have 3 wide receivers out to the right there. But he's going to hand that off to Muharrem, who makes one tackler miss, then tries to bounce it to the outside. But it looks like he might be running in reverse there.
Yeah, it's tough to find room back there, and your inclination is to avoid a tackle, but sometimes it's best to just plow forward and see if you can get taken down rather than taking a loss like that.
So it looks like he was able to at least make it back to the line of scrimmage there. Or no, wait, it looks like he lost about 5 yards, so it'll be 2nd and 25 now for CKSS. Be on the 15-yard line.
So if the Pines can hold them off here, obviously we've seen CKSS break through for some big plays, and that's what they'll look to do here. But if the Pines can stop them, and as an incomplete pass, if the Pines can stop them here and force a turnover on downs, or even just another turnover, then maybe they'll have a chance to erase that goose egg from the scoreboard.
Yeah, number 43, Cameron Selly, almost had that one in his hands there.
Number 43, Cameron Sell for Campbell Toyota. Ball's incomplete.
So we'll see here as Evan Torres heads back under center here. For CKSS, up 44-0. Just under 4 minutes left to play here. Running this one out of the shotgun with 2 running backs, and he'll pass it off there to Muharrem, who's finding a little bit of room, makes a couple guys miss there. So he's able to pick up about 8 yards on that one.
Yeah, and showing that he does have some vision in the field. Like he was able to juke back into the center when it looked like he was going out wide. He saw a defender coming out there, was able to sort of slip back into the middle and pick up a couple more yards too. So a nice run from Muharrem.
So it'll be 4th down and about 17 here for CKSS. So they punt the ball away. Nice punt there, but also a great pickup by number 10 from the Pines there. able to take that punt there on the run.
Yeah, Braden Charbonneau, that was one of the first times this game that we've seen just one of the returning teams just able to grab it and hold on to it and move it down the field as well. So it was a good punt though, and we saw after the high snap we saw earlier, it was snap was right on there for Muharrem, able to kick it away. It was another nice kick, and Charbonneau able to return it for a couple yards at least, puts the Pines within decent territory for hopefully, putting a score on the board. You got to feel for these kids up there.
So it'll be 1st and 10 on about the 35-yard line here for the Pines. Just over 2 minutes and 15 seconds left here to play in the game. As we see Lucas Rupert under center there as he pitches it out to number 24. Able to find a little bit of running room before he's finally tackled about 5 yards down the field there.
Yeah, so 5 yards. I mean, that's a good first down for you. You can you have a chance to maybe move it down. If you can pick up another couple of yards like that, you can get another first down. I mean, time is obviously winding down. Time's not your friend at this point if you're the Pines, but if you can sort of get something going here, maybe you can get a score.
So we've hit the 2-minute warning now. This will be 2nd down and 5 here for the Pines as they try to get at least a first down on this one. Lucas Rupert back under center, and he's pitching that one out, but CKSS's defense sniffing that one out right away. And they take number 24 down pretty quickly.
Yeah, it was Braden Hazard again, number 7, grabbing him and taking him down, and we saw him with that speed on defense earlier. We saw him with his speed when he caught the ball down the field and was able to run in for that touchdown. But again, just coming in there, good penetration and able to wrap him up quickly.
So losing the 5 yards they gained on the last play, back another 5 yards now. So it'll be 3rd and 10 here for the Pines. Rupert back under center. He'll be dropping back, looking to pass. Quick one over the center there. So he hits his wide receiver, number 70. As he picks up about 7 yards on that one. So it'll be 4th down and about 3 now. So we have just under a minute left to play here in the game.
So maybe like 1 or 2 more plays you got to think out of the Pines. They might look deep again with Horlbeck, just giving a shot at the end zone with less than a minute to go.
And it looks like Lucas Rupert is back under center once again. He has 2 running backs in the backfield. He hands it off to one of them, number 24. So it looks like he's able to pick up the first down before he's tackled back there a bit.
So a glimmer of hope here for the Pines maybe. They have one more shot at this. This time will expire probably before they get a playoff, and then we'll have one more play.
So it'll be 1st and 10 here as you hear. First down for the Pines. And you got to think, as we hear the horn to signal the end of the game, they'll get one more playoff though, and I'm thinking they're going to try to go to the end zone on this one. Rupert back under center, drop back to pass, shovels it over. Hits number 88, but he is taken down there.
Alex Sekarak just not able to get in the end zone there. That's too bad. You almost get the feeling that if this would have been the first quarter or even the second quarter, then the Pines would have something to build on, but it's just too little too late.
So that is the end of the game here as CKSS beats the Pines 44-0 in the Bantam final here for the Chatham-Kent Cougars football organization. Fabulous game here from CKSS. They really just dominated on both sides of the ball here, Matt.
Yeah, they dominated on offense and on defense, as you mentioned. They just, right from the beginning, too, it wasn't like they really built up to it. They were consistent through the whole game, just consistently scoring, consistently tackling. At the end there, we saw you almost get the feeling that if this would have been a little bit longer, the Pines might have been able to score, but they just weren't able to get the momentum going early in the game. And, some things to work on for next year for these kids, and obviously you see a lot of good things though too, a lot of good plays. Even though the Pines didn't put any points on the board, they did a lot of things right this game, and they have a lot to be proud of this season.
It seems like they were always just one play away from breaking it open, never really getting into that rhythm.
Yeah, and maybe it's just they were just outmatched. I mean, CKSS, you saw them with great coverage on some of these long passes too, where you really had the opportunity for the Pines to have a big play down the field maybe, but CKSS with a couple interceptions, they even forced a fumble one time and were able to recover that. So CKSS is very dominant, looking good on both sides of the ball.
So in the Chatham-Kent Cougars Bantam final, it is CKSS beating out the Pines 44-0, and I guess what can only be described as a blowout. Any closing thoughts, Matt?
Just great to see these kids out here and playing this game and getting active. Beautiful night out here as well for football, and look forward to seeing some of these kids again next year.
I say we had some beautiful weather for football here, and in November, hard to believe it was like 20-some degrees today. So sure the kids were able to enjoy that. So once again, CKSS beating the Pines 44-0 here at the Chatham-Kent Community Athletic Complex in the Bantam final for the Chatham-Kent Cougars football organization. I'm Cheryl Johnstone. He's Matt Weavering. Thank you once again for joining us here on TV Cogeco.
2015 season. And I'll just start going over some of the names one more time. Number 32, Ethan Kupka. Number 14, Riley Benute. 55, Austin Byrne. 16, Brady Castine. 88, Tyler Creechin. 64, Jake Deneau. Number 10, Devin Francis. 25, Justin Hahn. 50, Christopher Hahn. Number 7, Braden Hazard. 24, Noah King. 46, Caden Knight. Number 3, Alex Maharam. 43, Cameron Self. Number 96, Alan Sulo. Number 6, Evan Torres. Number 70, Alexander Van Kestern. And number 44, Bennett Schaefer. Congratulations once again to Camel Toyota and their coaching staff.